So I know I mentioned that I have a lot of work to do on the entire painting to finish it. And I know from personal experience that when you have so many different areas on a painting that you want to work on, to finish it up, anxiety comes into play. And I say I know that because I've helped a lot of people finish their paintings and through workshops and what have you. To me, the most important thing is to take it one step at a time. Just one. Pick an area. Pick an area that you know you can fix. You know what's wrong with it. You know what's bothering you the most. Work on that area only. That's it. Ignore everything else. Put it out of your mind. I mean, painting shouldn't cause anxiety. So, I have a lot of areas in this painting that need some work, but one thing I did know that I wanted to do was put a little more light on these two trees. They started out fairly dark, and I've laid just a bit of light here and there. I still need to make some changes in here. I'm not going to focus on that yet. That is the broccoli on my plate. If I were an 8-year-old who hated vegetables, I'm not. I'm a 63-year-old who hates vegetables. But if I were an 8-year-old who hated vegetables, I would want to leave that broccoli till the very end. It's unavoidable. It has to be finished, but I'm leaving it for now. So every time I work somewhere else on the painting, that is just an aid that will help me to finish this last bit of a design challenge. Don't worry, I already have ideas for it, but there are other areas that are easier. And being a lazy, fat, old bugger like I am, I don't mind. I don't mind being lazy. Okay, so a little bit of light here. So I've laid in a little, raised the values of these trees a little bit. This area specifically I think is looking much better. Remember how I said earlier in this painting a few videos back that this bulk of cloud coming down had this shape, and my words probably were that I would not change it to, it's convex now, I would not change it to concave. That might change. I don't know. One thing I know for sure is that this needs to be broken up. This mass needs to be broken up. It doesn't have to be feathered or gradually move to a different color, but more of this color needs to be introduced into here. I know that it needs to be pushed back a little bit. So I think that's the next thing I'm going to play with. I know the water here. What is this thing? It's a fuzzy kind of line. There's no direction. There's no assertiveness in my decisions on this line. And it shows on the painting, it's weak. Anyway, there I go blithering away. Again. Well, just a shorty today. A midweek shorty. I like this. I'm happy to open this up. This just seemed oppressive and oppressive, and it's just seeing how it's coming. It makes me just like I can breathe again. This just felt a little too heavy. So I think I'll leave these two in. I like that. A couple of stray low clouds scudding across the sky. After a rain or what have you. As you can see, it's not a very windy day, but there's a bit of a ripple in the water. I think that I felt when I laid in this angle in the water that it would still work fine with this. It's not. I really kind of like the idea of going up, looking at our island, and then heading off in this direction. Or from top down, however you want to describe it. So I'm probably going to open this up a little more as well. So the title of the last video was Land Ho, and what I was referring to was sort of a historical thing, I guess, where somebody, a sailor, would be up in the crow's nest of a ship, or standing on the prow and through a telescope or sight glass, spotting land and yelling it out to the captain. I wasn't actually referring to the sighting of a land-based prostitute. Don't tell my mom though, okay? Please?